Hi everyone, I'm Karen from Makeup and Beauty Blogging. Today we're talking about Chanel Holiday 2015. So this collection is inspired by a color of nail polish that Chanel put out in the mid-90s called Vamp. You might remember Vamp. It's a black and red, and basically when it came out, it caused a storm of love on the runways and like in magazines, and everyone I knew wanted to wear that sort of deep black and red nail polish color, myself included. So it's one of the iconic shades in the line, and it inspired their holiday collection this year called Collection Vamp Attitude. Collection Vamp Attitude. Anyways, so I'm very excited about Chanel Holiday 2015. It's one of the collections that I look forward to all year long. And this one is, I'm just looking at my notes really quick. It's 15 pieces, and it'll be available at Chanel counters and online at chanel.com in November 2015. So what's cool is that most of it is limited edition. Very little of it, it's re-promoted items. So I think I have almost everything here to share with you with the exception of the highlighting blush, one of the mascaras, the ultra black shade, and the long wearing liquid lipstick. So let's get into it. But before we do, I have to say up front, Chanel is incredibly pricey. It's not one of those affordable lines. I guess the most affordable thing in quotes is the $27 nail polish, most affordable thing. So, you know, there's been many a time when I've rolled up to the Chanel counter with like my ceramic piggyback in one underneath one arm and like a hammer in the other, because I love Chanel. I wear it a lot. In fact, a lot of my everyday products that I wear are from the line, like my mascara, my black liner, my blush. It's just, I love how they handle color, and I feel that it's accessible and elegant, and it has the same effect that like I get from Guerlain. I feel like I put my best self forward when I have Chanel on. So you kind of have to be open to the idea of a more expensive makeup line in order to, I think, enjoy this type of collection. So that said, let's get into it. We've got black and red, and that is one of the big themes from this collection. It's a shout out to the original color Vamp. So, and they have it in different forms, like with the quad, there's like a black and red eyeshadow, and like the cream shadow's black and red, and there's one of the lipsticks that's black and red. So that is a big theme in the collection, but at the same time, it's not just all black and red. There's lots of other coordinating shades. There's pinks, taupes, some gold, like a bright pop of gold. So the result is this beautiful balance between like the dramatic black and red tones and the more wearable everyday shades, which I think is really lovely. So I realize that black and red can sound totally scary, especially if you're going to be wearing it like around your eyes, because reds, let's face it, are always the most flattering things to have, like rimming your waterline. But because it's Chanel, they managed to find a way to take that color and make it both fashion forward, but yet wearable at the same time. And all of the Vamp inspired colors in this collection do have that hint of red, but I think they're mostly more of a black with like purple, with just a touch of sprinkling of red. So it's barely there, but you can definitely see it. It's not totally in your face. Like right now, I'm wearing the liner, the black and red liner, the eyeshadow, the cream shadow, and like the mascara on my eyes, and I feel like that this is still a totally wearable look. So, and I don't feel like I look like a zombie. Like, I hope I don't. So yeah, I think that this collection, even though it has that sort of, that bite to it, it's still very accessible. So let's get into the eye products first. We have the Les Four Ombres Multi-Effect Quadra Eyeshadow, and that's $61, and it comes in this little pouch here, which you can, does it serve a purpose? No, but I end up repurposing these. I save them and I use them for jewelry whenever I travel. So when you open it up, I just cover up the mirror. We've got 4 shades, and they've got this quilted pattern and these interlocking C design, which I hope you can kind of see. I've been going to town on this quad, as you can tell. So there's 4 shades: a satin beige pink, a taupe, a black and red, and a saffron gold. So the design is slightly different, and the texture is slightly different compared to the domed eyeshadows in Chanel's permanent line. I find that this particular texture is softer and just a little bit silkier, so it's a little easier to blend. And here are the shadows, by the way, the swatches. And I like how the shadows bind very closely to the skin. I find that they sit on the lids, they're very nice and tight, so they don't look heavy. So if you have a fine line situation, then it's not a big deal. The finishes, in the swatches, some of them might look a little frosty, but on the skin, they're more like a beautiful, soft sheen. So as you can see, the light beige and the pink taupe have about a medium pigmentation, whereas the gold and the Vamp shades are almost full on bam. I think that I love this type of eyeshadow quad and this look. I think it's really pretty for like smoky, sultry, sort of taupey, plummy eyes. And I've really been enjoying wearing it lately. I've been using it with the Illusion d'Ombre Longwear Luminous Eyeshadow in Rouge Noir. This is $36. This is from the collection as well. It's a cream shadow. It's a shimmery black and red. And this, when you see the swatch, kind of looks more like a plummy, bronzy purple. At least on me it does. There's these tiny little bits of micro glitter, and I think that adds a little extra special touch. You can use this alone as a base, as an eyeshadow, or as a base for your powder eyeshadows, which is what I'm doing right now. Or you can go ahead and just like take a finger and tap it into the center and then pop it on top of your finished eyeshadow look to add a little extra sparkle and some jazz hands to your eyeshadow. I use a lot of these cream eyeshadows from the Permanent line. I love these things. They are so easy to use. They smoke up beautifully. They look beautiful alone, and they're great eyeshadow bases as well. And they're super creamy and easy to buff out. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that there was 2 mascaras. That sound was this. Me pulling this out of the tube. This is the Rouge Noir Le Volume de Chanel mascara. This is $32, and I love Le Volume de Chanel. It's my everyday mascara that I use from Chanel, and it's great if you love dramatic, thick, curled, like lashes that go whoa when you walk into a room. And this particular color is a black and red, but you know, to be honest, on me, it's very subtle. I have black lashes, and I have to really, really whack it on in order to see it. So do you need it? Probably not, unless you mind piling tons of it on in order to see the color. There's 2 liners in this collection as well. I've got them right here. There's Le Crayon Colle in Rouge Noir, black and red, that's $32. And then there's this gold shade called Le Crayon Yeux in Or Saffron, and that's also $32. And here are the swatches. I'm wearing Rouge Noir on my waterlines right now, and the gold color on my inner lower lash lines, I'm sorry. So with this color, I'm totally in love with it. Rouge Noir. It's silky smooth. It's almost like a black and purple. I do have to reapply every 4 hours or so. I think it's going to be super flattering on like brown eyes, hazel eyes, green eyes especially, because it shows up almost as like a really dark, deep, intense purple. The only downside to this liner, and this is going to sound really disgusting, but it's the truth, is that when I first put this on and I blinked my eyes a few times, and within the first few minutes, I get, and everybody has this, I mean, I get these like eye boogers, but they're like, the tint of this tints them red, and they're very, very frightening. Like, not gonna lie, it's really scary looking. And so, whatever, you know, they're there. Just be sure to pull them out and like clean it up with a Q-tip. Just don't poke your eye out. Just be aware that is something that can happen. It happens to me all the time. Whatever, it's not a big deal. This actually kind of reminds me of a deeper, darker version of Max Prunella, which I love. So let's see. What else? Okay, lips. Moving on. There's 3 lipsticks in the collection. 2 Rouge Allures, which is the lightweight, silky, moisturizing lipstick line from Chanel's makeup line. And then 1 Rouge Velvet. And we've got Rouge Allure Velvet. These are the 2 Rouge Allures. This is Vampirous, a light pinkish purple, and then Rouge Noir, a black and red. The Rouge Allure Velvet is I'm sure I'm going to butcher this, Merveilleuse, and that's an intense raspberry red. And each of these lipsticks is $36. I am totally in love with this shade, Vampirous, this light pinkish nude, which kind of surprised me. Like, I'm a sucker for bright shades like this, and this color is very, very beautiful. Let me show you on the back of my hand. That is the Rouge Allure Velvet La Merveilleuse, and these are the Rouge Allures. So I love this intense raspberry for being like the bright pop of color in the collection. It's very much a party shade. And the rouge rollers are great. They're like mattes with a tiny hint of shine and they're so comfortable. You hardly feel them on the lips at all. But this pink shade, I don't know, I was so surprised to have it move me so much. It's like this beautiful, light, sort of dainty, pinkish purple nude. And I think that little hint of purple gives it a little extra something. It looks very pretty with one of the glossomers from the collection. This is Rose de Lune, and this is $30, and it's a shimmering soft pink. It's got the tiniest little sparkles. I swatched it here. It doesn't really do it justice. You have to see it in the full sunlight to see it doing its thing. So along with the sorry, pregnancy brain. The last part that I have to go through have to share with you are the nail polishes. So there's 2 nail polishes and they're $27 each. This one is Rose Fusion and Luminous Purple Gray. And this is the Le Top Coat in Lame Rouge Noir, which is a golden sparkle with, you know, different shapes in the glitter, which I like. And it's in a shimmering like black and red base. And I'm wearing them on my nails right now. I'm wearing 2 coats of each. This is the Rose Fusion all by itself. And then here's the top coat. As you can see, there's that shimmering blackened sort of base there holding the gold flecks. And then this is Rose Fusion with Le Top Coat layered on top. So as you can see, it's slightly deeper than the original one and it's got the gold flecks. Very pretty. So this entire collection will be available again November 2015 at Chanel counters and online at chanel.com. So look out for it then. If you'd like to see more pictures and swatches, head on over to the blog and you can check it out in full detail there. So before I go, I just want to give a shout out to YouTuber and LA-based makeup artist Melissa Alatorre. She inspired me today to do this makeup look. I'm doing like a soft sort of smoked out winged liner, and I saw her video for this look today, earlier this morning, which I will link right over here. And I don't know, she's really beautiful for one, and her looks are just they're like natural but like glamorous. They totally speak to me. I've been in this makeup rut for the last few months. I don't know, I've just been super pregnant all summer and I haven't been wanting to do much, but today I watched her soft wing liner tutorial and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put on some lashes and I'm just gonna do something a little bit more than I usually do. And she's really great. Her tutorials are easy to follow, and she's also got some interesting techniques that I've never really heard of before. Like for this soft wing liner, I dipped this flat brush that I have from NARS. This is the 45, and directly into the Vamp shade here. I wet it with a little bit of Avene Eau Thermal spring water, which I'm super obsessed with at the moment. And then I tapped it onto a paper towel, and then I used like a straight edge. I actually used the visual for this collection around the side of my eye, and then I like use it to work the shadow in to get this soft wing liner look. And I learned that all from Melissa. And I'm sure you can learn lots of stuff from her too. So go ahead and check out her channel. I'm going to link it one more time right over here. And then, yeah, I hope you enjoy her. I really enjoy her videos a lot. Okay, you guys, thank you again for watching. I know this was a long one. I hope you enjoyed this look at Chanel Holiday 2015, and I will see you again soon. Bye.